There are currently 826 moves in the main series Pokemon games. A lot of those attacks can deal damage, inflict status, or lower the stats of a single Pokemon. However, there's one category of moves that are so loud, so annoying, and straight up unbearable to the point where they make people go insane. And those would be the sound-based moves. Now you might be wondering, how does a move get classified as a sound-based attack? Well, it's quite simple for us to figure that out because Bulbapedia has already done that for us. So, taking a look at this list, we can see that there is a total of 31 moves. However, keep in mind that some of them are only present in later games. By eliminating those attacks, we get a total of 16 usable moves in Pokemon Platinum. However, out of those 16, only 4 do immediate damage, while the rest either need something else to happen in order to hurt the opponent, or don't do any damage at all. Another thing I want to add is that I will be including Sonic Boom and Yawn into this challenge. For some reason, they weren't listed on Bulbapedia's page, but then I went to some other websites and they were considered sound-based moves. Also, I never mentioned this in my last challenge run, which you should definitely check out if you haven't already, but I'm not going to use healing items in battle just to add an extra challenge. Anyways, with all that out of the way, it's time to destroy everyone's eardrums in Pokemon Platinum. To begin, I called myself TQ as per usual, and I named my rival Barry but with an E in order to keep the meme running here on the channel. Right at the beginning, he was trying to fine me $10 million. Like bro, I thought I was playing Pokemon Platinum, not let's see how fast we can make a 10-year-old broke. On Route 201, I picked everyone's favorite starter, Buizel. There was a wide variety of Pokemon that I could have started with, but Buizel gets Sonic Boom at level 1, which is probably the weakest damaging move for this challenge, so I felt like it was the most fair choice. I eventually nicknamed Buizel Helicopter. A random name for sure, but I don't know, his tail sort of reminds me of a helicopter. As you probably predicted, the first rival battle was over in one turn. Sonic Boom might seem overpowered right now, but by the time we reach the third gym, it'll be pretty irrelevant. Now you know I couldn't do this challenge without catching the boy Kricketot. DJ Crick will basically be used whenever I need to sack him on for a free switch in, but he also has Growl, which is notable I guess. Someone that will be a bit more useful is Zubat, aka Batman. He only gets Supersonic, but I plan on switch training him for the upcoming battles because that move could definitely come in handy. The second matchup with Barry but with an E was just as easy as the first one. Both of his Pokemon got taken down in 2 hits, and I have a feeling that Turtwig is starting to get sick of Sonic Boom. I feel bad for him though, because he is my favorite Pokemon, but I gotta do what I gotta do. My plan going into the gym battle against Rourke was to Sonic Boom Geodude and Onix, confuse Cranidos with Supersonic, and get a little lucky to win. It was going perfectly until I realized that Batman doesn't outspeed Cranidos, and he also gets one-shot by a headbutt. Because Buizel can't eat more than one headbutt, the only thing I can do is gain a few levels. After a bunch more tries, everything fell into place, and Helicopter was able to finish off Cranidos. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble with Rourke, but that's what makes a challenge like this fun. You encounter things that you've never come across before. The plan for Commander Mars was the exact same as it was for Rourke. Sonic Boom her weaker Pokemon, confuse her ace, and hope for the best. However, just like Rourke, Mars's Purugly was too powerful. We even got some good luck, as she did hit herself a couple of times, but the fat cat had a citrus berry, which is the only reason why I lost. 2 levels later, and Buizel took her hits a bit better, allowing us to win the battle. Boy, am I glad that we're getting 2 new team members very soon in the game. While I was at the Valley Windworks, I picked up another Buizel so I could make this trade for a Chatot in Eterna City. Believe it or not, this Chatot, who is nicknamed Chirap, which is a pretty bad name, but I guess it fits with the theme, is probably going to be one of our best Pokemon in this challenge. Chatot gains access to Chatter, Uproar, and Hyper Voice through Level Up, which are all pretty decent moves. Northeast of Eterna, I caught a Chingling, who I called Notify, because if you look below this video, hit the red subscribe button, and click the Chingling next to it, I heard you become the coolest person in the world. Notify might not stay on the team for the entire run, but it has Uproar, and it's a Psychic type, which is a typing that I don't have. By the way, I had to record me catching another Chingling for this clip, because I forgot to record when catching the original Chingling. I tried to let Notify get some action against Gardenia, but he died pretty quickly to some Razor Leafs from Turtwig. Due to that, Helicopter, who is now a Floatzel because of all the switch training, killed a Turtwig and Cherum. I only got off one more Sonic Boom before going down to Roserade, so it was up to Chirap to finish the job. Hey look, only one more Chatter will do the trick. No, Chatot, that's not the move you were supposed to use. Of course, that happened because he is a traded mon, so most of the time, Chatot doesn't listen to me. Honestly, that's just hilarious. It was only a matter of time though, before Chirap used the correct move and killed Roserade. Over in the old chateau, I gave the TV a good whack so Rotom would appear. Similar to Chingling, it only gets Uproar, but Rotom has much better stats and a pretty cool typing. Also, I named it Luke, and if you don't get that reference, then do you even watch YouTube? The battle against Commander Jupiter was much easier than the one with Mars, as our team is a lot more diverse. Luke obliterated Zubat's ears with Uproar. Before him, Chatot and Batman went down to Skuntank. Luckily, Floatzel was able to take the hits a lot better and win the fight with a few Sonic Booms. So did you guys know that Sonic is actually in Pokemon Platinum? It sounds kind of crazy, but you literally see him while making your way to Hearthome City. I'm not sure why people don't talk about this too much. On Route 208, I ran into a very interesting situation. There was an artist that had a Mime Jr. Pretty easy to kill, right? Well, not when it has soundproof as its ability. I didn't even consider this problem until this moment. However, because Sonic Boom is kind of not a sound-based move, I was still able to take down the Mime Jr. Now this sort of proves that I've cheated, since Sonic Boom isn't technically a sound-based move, but I've already been using it since the beginning, and like I said earlier, I went to 3 other websites, and they all considered Sonic Boom to be a sound-based move, so I'm not gonna worry about it and just move on. Fantina's gym was absolutely brutal, due to Chatter being the only usable move against all the ghost types. However, because Chirap was gaining extra experience since he's a traded mon, he was already over level 30, which made him disobey once again. So, on every turn, I had to make sure Chatot either landed Chatter or didn't go for another move like Sing or Peck. This took a countless amount of tries, as it was all up to RNG for me to win. Eventually, I got the right run, and our stupid music note bird thing could finally shut up. Barry but with an E was back for some revenge, but ended up losing because my Pokemon were too loud. Notify and Luke killed Staravia and Weasel respectfully. Somehow, Helicopter managed to bring down Grottle because apparently Barry has awful AI. Man, that Grottle has to be losing its mind over all these sonic booms. Last out was Ponyta, who got taken down by Rotom. Maylene was yet another tough gym battle. Notify put most of the damage on Meditite before Floatzel came in for the easy kill. I stayed in for Lucario, hoping that Helicopter could hit him a few times, but that wasn't the case. Chatot also went down, so it was Luke that finished the job. Unfortunately, I missed Supersonic over and over again on Machoke, which allowed him to bring down Batman with a few rock tombs, causing us to lose the fight. After a little while, I finally got some good luck, and Lucario took himself out. Overall, that battle just came down to who got the better RNG. In the Great Marsh, I caught a Yanma, and this is probably the most amount of time I've ever spent in this place. As of now, Yanma is my final team member, but that probably won't stay true. It already has Supersonic and Uproar, and it can also get Bug Buzz at level 57. That is if I even get to that level. Also, I tried to make a pun with its name by calling it Lightyear, since Yanma makes buzzing noises. I don't know, man, I suck at creating nicknames. Outside of the Pastoria gym, we had another rival fight that was nearly a Rotom sweep. It seemed like Luke was at a concert or something. Sadly, Ponyta was a party pooper and ruined all the fun, so Lightyear, who is now a Yanmega, had to clean up the rest of the battle. Alright, so the Crash Awake fight is not happening right now. On every attempt, it takes over half of my team just to kill Gyarados. So of course, by the time I reach Floatzel, who by the way has super effective moves on 4 of my 5 team members, my Pokemon are so beaten up that we don't stand a chance. I think it's time for me to finally get up to par with the opponents that we're battling. Even when I got everyone to level 37 besides Batman, this battle still took many tries. Finally though, I got Floatzel to the right amount of health so that Chirap could take him down. I was worried that Quagsire would spam Amnesia, turning this into a stallfest, but he was nice and missed all the rocks that he threw at Chatot, allowing us to snag the 5th badge. In between the 5th and 6th gym, there's a couple of errands that we have to do. For example, we had to chase down a Galactic Grunt that had a literal bomb in his hands. Yeah, I've always found this to be a not so PG Pokemon moment. After that, we gave the old charm to Cynthia's grandma because she's too lazy to fly to Celestic Town with the Togekiss that she clearly has. I can't believe this, guys. We got the chance to battle Sonic. I mean, who would have thought you could fight him in a Pokemon game of all things? Too bad he was pretty easy to defeat, but just ignore me making some very dumb plays as I kept on sending out Pokemon that were weak to his. On the bridge in Canalave City, Barry but with an E was ready for another fight. I'll admit he was a little tougher than usual, but his ears still couldn't handle the pain. Staraptor, Heracross, and Rapidash all went down easily due to the combination of uproars and chatter. Torterra had enough of it as he killed a Lightyear and a Luke before once again going down to a Sonic Boom from Floatzel. Last out was Barry's own Floatzel, and Helicopter tried to show him up, but he failed, so one chatter from Chirap did the trick. Byron's team is impossible to defeat right now. It's not that his Pokemon can hit us really hard or anything, but literally all of my moves are resisted other than Sonic Boom, which is almost useless at this point. I can't even get past a Magneton because of how bulky it is. So, you might be thinking that I need to gain a lot of levels, but let's just say I've got a different plan. My secret weapon is this Magnemite that I caught right outside of the Fuego Ironworks. I proceeded to call it Santa because the idea of magnets made me think of North and South, so one thing led to another, and now I have a Magnemite named Santa. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world is Santa Claus himself supposed to save the day? Well, at level 1, Magnemite learns Metal Sound. So I grabbed a heart scale, took it to the nice dude in Pastoria City, and bada bing bada boom, we've got Metal Sound. After leveling Santa up to 38 so he could fend for himself, it was time to take another crack at the battle. If you don't know what Metal Sound does, it harshly lowers the opponent's special defense, and since basically all of my attacking moves are special, it makes for a great combo. I still had to brute force my way through Magneton, but once Bastiodon came out, the strategy commenced. I brought his special defense to the lowest it could go before sending out Notify to use Uproar. Why did that do so little damage? Yeah, I was confused on why Uproar still didn't even scrape Bastiodon. The same thing happened when I sent out Yanmega. Nonetheless, Chatot finished the job, so Steelix was out last. It came down to the wire, as he hung on from a Sonic Boom with 1 hit point, but Helicopter was too bulky, so we finally claimed the 6th badge. In Lake Valor, I had to walk through a minefield of dead fish in order to take down Commander Saturn. Then it was on to Lake Verity, where I came out on top once again. Going into the Candace battle, I put all of my eggs into one basket as I got Chatot to level 54 because I knew I would need him in order to kill Frostlass and Abomasnow. First was Sneasel though, and she took down Floatzel and Rotom before dying to an Uproar from Lightyear. I then went over to Santa and started spamming Metal Sound on Frostlass. I immediately switched over to Trap since she was going for double team, and one Chatter did the trick. After that, Abomasnow and Piloswine were easily taken down. So I don't know why, but every time I see this cutscene in the Galactic Headquarters, I think of Star Wars, but instead of Stormtroopers and Darth Vader, it's Galactic Grunts and Sonic. Speaking of that hedgehog, we had to battle him on the top floor. Sneasel literally wiped out 4 of my 6 Pokemon, as I just couldn't put much damage on it. Honchkrow then killed a Notify, so it was up to Chatot to win. 2 Hyper Voices got the job done on Honchkrow, and oh my goodness, Crobat missed his second Air Cutter, allowing us to become the victors. Man, Trap is a beast. I'm honestly getting tired of learning about the solar system by battling these freaking commanders. As usual, Saturn wasn't tough to beat. On the Spear Pillar, I didn't think I was going to win the double battle against Mars and Jupiter, but Barry Staraptor came in clutch with close combat. I know I've been making fun of you, Barry, but with an E, but dang, thanks for the help. Right after that, we jumped into the Distortion world, not knowing if we'd even survive. That sure was a great idea. You know what though, we're in a whole nother dimension, so I wonder if sound waves don't travel as effectively as they do in the normal world. I hope that's not the case, because we still gotta take on Sonic. My very first try at this battle went way better than expected. Helicopter brought Houndoom down to the right amount of health, so one Hyper Voice finished him off. For Weavile, I got off 2 Metal Sounds with Santa before going down to an Ice Punch. Chatot's Quick Claw activated, allowing one Hyper Voice to kill Weavile. I then switched to Luke, who didn't get much damage off on Gyarados, so Trap had to do most of the work while taking an Ice Fang. Sadly, Honchkrow is where this run came to an end, because he decided hey, I'm gonna be stupid and not hit myself in confusion. However, with some better luck, I think we can win this. Well, I was correct. After about 50,000 tries, so many things had to line up correctly, from Houndoom using Will-O-Wisp instead of Dark Pulse or Thunderfang, to Quick Claws popping, to Pokemon hitting themselves in confusion. I don't even want to talk about this battle, Sonic, or even Team Galactic anymore. I just want to progress. Before actually proceeding in the game though, I decided to stop by Lake Valor and catch Azelf. This will basically be the replacement for Chimecho, as they're both psychic types, and their only usable move is Uproar. Also, I named Azelf Elf because we already have a Pokemon named Santa, so it fits in nicely. Even though Volkner took a couple of attempts, he was one of the easier gym battles in this challenge. My strategy here was to let every other Pokemon dish out as much damage as they could before letting Chatot come in and kill the opponent with a Hyper Voice. As you can tell, the plan worked out pretty well. Barry, but with an E, had one more chance to prove himself, and well, he did. I forgot that Staraptor knew close combat, so Magnezone immediately died. Chirap had to finish the job, like usual, as well as kill Floatzel, Heracross, and Rapidash. Lightyear took down Snorlax without taking any damage, but then there was Torterra. His Crunch did a bunch of damage, so my last hope was Azelf, who also went down. On my third attempt though, it was Rapidash that was out last, and Chatot had no problem winning the battle. I knew I wasn't going to have a chance with my current levels, so I did a bit of grinding, and here's a glance at the team. Helicopter and Santa are only level 50, since their only attacking move is Sonic Boom. Rotom and Elf are level 55, but I'm not sure how strong they'll really be. My two main Pokemon are Yanmega and Chatot. I got Lightyear to level 57, since that's when he learned Bug Buzz, and I didn't even level up Chirap. He was already level 62. Aaron was the first member of the Elite Four, and by far the easiest. All you really need to know was that Chatot wiped out most of his team. I let some other members get into the action, like Azelf, Rotom, Yanmega, and Floatzel, but in the end, it was Chirap that got the dub. By the way, I'd like to preference the fact that from here on out, the rest of the Elite Four battles took a crazy amount of attempts, so don't think I was getting insanely lucky on my first try. I started with a Luke for Bertha's Whiscash, and two Uproars brought him down to the range where a Hyper Voice would kill. Golem was out next, so Helicopter and Lightyear dealt some good damage before Chatot finished him off. I got off one Metal Sound with Santa on Rhyperior before switching into Elf, who died quickly, and then Chirap, who got the job done. After that, Gliscor went down in two Hyper Voices, and I got a very clutch critical Hyper Voice to one-shot Hippowdon. If I didn't get that crit, Chatot would have died to a Stonehenge. After using 4 rare candies on Chirap, it was time for Flint. Azelf was only in against Houndoom to get off 2 Uproars, so Chatot could come in for the kill. Infernape barely hung on from a Chatter, but then knocked himself out with the recoil after hitting me with a powerful Flare Blitz. Magnezone, Chatot, and Rotom all got taken out by Magmortar, but Yanmega avenged them with a Bug Buzz. Floatzel got off some decent damage on Flareon before Lightyear took out not only him, but also Rapidash after living with 4 HP, confusing Rapidash, and landing another Bug Buzz for the win. To infinity and beyond, baby, let's go! Lucian was the toughest battle out of the whole game up to this point. Due to many failed attempts, I knew he always switched out Mr. Mime for Bronzong after one or two Sonic Booms. Luckily, Yanmega did a good job of eating a sidekick, so 2 Bug Buzzes did the trick. And yes, I did use the remaining rare candies on a Lightyear. Remember, Mr. Mime has Soundproof as its ability, so Magnezone and Floatzel are the only 2 Pokemon that can hit it. Helicopter barely made it out alive, and then Chatot got a super important critical hit with Hyper Voice on Alakazam. Gallade then took out him, Luke, and Floatzel before Lightyear killed him with a Bug Buzz. Last out was Espeon, and Elf couldn't do that much damage, but you know who could? Yanmega. He once again hung on with a sliver of health and made Espeon's ears shatter. Well, it was finally time for Cynthia. All the ruckus has led up to this moment. I had no problem destroying Spiritomb, as it only took 2 Bug Buzzes. Yanmega then confused Togekiss before I sent out Rotom and Azelf to get off some damage so that Trap could finish him off with a Hyper Voice. I used the same strategy for Lucario and got even luckier as he kept on hitting himself. For my Milotic, I got off 2 Metal Sounds as she pathetically tried to use Mirror Coat. This allowed for an easy kill from Chatot. Garchomp is where I got so lucky that I can't even describe it. She did take down Floatzel and Yanmega, but Garchomp proceeded to miss 3 Dragon Rushes in total, so Chatot somehow brought him to his demise. I don't even know how that happened, but I'll gladly take it. Last out was Roserade, so I got off 1 more Metal Sound in order to ensure the 1-hit KO that followed. And at last, the Sinnoh region can have peace and quiet. Besides the fact that every NPC's ears are probably bleeding. So, I have officially destroyed everyone's eardrums in Pokemon Platinum. Honestly, this challenge was a lot harder than I expected it to be. It was really tough being limited to a small amount of attacking moves, most of which weren't even that powerful. I did have a ton of fun making this video though, so let me know if you guys want to see more of these unique challenge runs. For now though, if you enjoyed, then be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to see more, as at the time of making this video, we are very close to 300 subscribers. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, deuces!